We got to do the dragon. Pulse of Western Progress, Nebraska, 1894. Bold discovery at Salina Canyon, Utah. 3 miles of rich placer ground. Hardships of the desert. A delirious wanderer rescued from his companion found in his last slumber. Monster of a prehistoric reptile. Up in the mountains about 5 miles west of this town is a curious formation in solid limestone, consisting of a circular hole having a diameter of about 3 feet and unknown depth, and has long been regarded as the crater of a prehistoric geyser. Mr. J.P. Hardy, a well-known mining man, determined to explore it for the purposes of prospecting the rock for the mineral. After descending about 80 feet, the passage was found to be blocked by debris washed in from above, which, after cleaning away, disclosed the entrance to a vast underground cavern. As soon as he could accustom his sight to his surroundings, Mr. Hardy found himself in the midst of one of the grandest sights ever beheld by the eye of man. On every hand, stately columns caused by the dripping of water through the limestone rose from the floor in graceful form to meet a counterpart descending from the roof. A partial exploration of a few hundred yards brought him to what appeared to be a line of white barrel hoops, standing upright and extending away into the darkness, farther than this one candle could shed its rays. Judge of this astonishment to find, on examining, that he had discovered the petrified skeleton of an enormous reptile, perfect in every detail from head to tail. The bones of the head showed plainly that the monster was well equipped for aggressive warfare. Curved fangs hinged to the upper jaw, 18 inches long, lay in place of what was once a huge mouth, which could open easily 4 feet. Judging from the articulation, the monster lay in a nearly straight line, and Mr. Handy found upon pacing it out, it measured upwards of 120 feet. 120-foot long lizard or dragon. About 50 feet from the head lay a number of bones that appeared to belong to the skeleton, and which Mr. Hardy concluded were the wings. Further examination disclosed the presence of legs, though only one of these was in good condition. Judge Watson, who has read much on prehistoric mammalia and fossils, states that this is probably the only perfect specimen of a dragon in existence. The Smithsonian Institution has been informed of the find, and we expect we will have a representative here in a few days. Mr. Hardy refused one offer of $20,000 for his find and states that nothing short of $50,000 will purchase it. He has been trying to keep the discovery a secret in order to prepare for the rush that is sure to follow its announcement. But we are here to write up the news, and our readers may look for more disclosures as the cavern is further explored. Well, you guys, let me tell you what, there are no explorations. The Smithsonian shows up, and he wanted 50 grand, and they paid him 50 grand. I guarantee it. Um, I've talked about the Smithsonian ad nauseum over the years, and they were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, even in the 1800s. In the early 1900s, they offered a $5 million bounty for the lizard in the Congo, or the dragon of the Congo. $5 million in the early 1900s is a insane amount of money to get the lizard in the Congo. So this is what they did. If they couldn't buy you out, they just got rid of you. And so, yeah, the Smithsonian's been notified. He didn't tell anybody where this place was. They showed up. They wrote him a check. They probably said, you need to leave town, and we're going to take over. And that was it. This happens all the time. Once we get into Colorado, we're going to get into some articles where the governor was pleading with the federal government for protection because the Smithsonian was coming in and stealing relics and shipping them to the east, not to the East Coast, to Europe. And there's been a lot of hypothesis over the years that has shown that the quote historical relics of Egypt may have in fact come from America. And yeah, I think reading enough of these articles, it's pretty obvious the Smithsonian gets there, and then this find is you never hear from it again, never ever again. So 50 grand, they were happy to pay it. And can you imagine? I mean, this is 1894, you guys. $50,000. That is an insane amount of money.